So we are in quarantine.
My corona self-isolation celebration. Like literally party central up in my bedroom, so alone.
So alone. This shit is so like weird right now.
It's really weird. Florence and I have been trying desperately to figure out how we can still bring you content, podcasts, videos, shit on Instagram, Twitter. So yeah, this is our best solution for YouTube videos, and hopefully you don't mind it so much.
I think it's an awesome solution. We're actually like chatting on Skype down here so we can see each other. It's Reed! So weird. We wanted to make this video to basically check in with you guys. Like, what is going on in the world right now is crazy.
It's actually madness. It's something completely out of a film, and I think everybody's trying to deal with it in the best way possible, but I think it's really getting to a lot of us, which is totally understandable because it's like fucking Armageddon at the moment. It's like literally being rammed down our throats, like, you must take the fear! We feel for you, we're here for you, we're still going to bring you content to hopefully make you smile and laugh and get you through this. Maybe.
Exactly. We are here for you guys, and we're not going to stop what we're doing.
No, absolutely not. Even if we have to do it for free for a long, long time.
Yeah.
If it takes a year, we'll do it free.
Like, oh yeah, shit. Like, actually, that's a really good point. We have a Patreon. Is that how you say it?
Patreon?
Patreon. Yeah,
I don't know, man.
We have a Patreon if you want to support us through these difficult times where freelancers like us are finding it really hard to survive.
Yeah, because we are freelance and a lot of our money comes from being out and about and doing stuff. But we don't, because we're freelance, whatever sick pay or like, you know, we don't get a yearly salary, and people who do get those sick days off or holidays days off, we don't get paid for those. So like, I mean, it's a blessing and a curse, really.
We need to take this time to be there for each other and our community.
Yeah.
And support local businesses, support the people around you. If you've got an old person living next door, like, make sure you let them know that you're around to help and you're gonna be there for them.
I just messaged my neighbours downstairs because they have I think a disabled sister, and I just messaged saying, like, once I'm out of self-isolation, like, please let me know what you need. I'll go to the shops for you guys. Like, how are you guys doing? Just checking in. And I think that is really important. Like, even if you're writing people notes through the door and say, like, hey, like, I'm thinking of you, I feel for you, hope you're all right. Of course, be sensible about it, because if you don't know if you're unwell or you've been around somebody that might be unwell, then you can't be going and knocking on doors. But I also wanted to say before was that we are so privileged as freelancers that most of our content we can bring to you still from the comfort of our own homes, so we can work from home. There are so many people who work day to day, like, actually, you know, in the hospitality.
Well,
on the
Reed, I can't hear you.
There's so many people in hospitality, or, you know, builders, people who actually use their hands to work, that cannot go out and work at the moment, and they are suffering the most. So we, both Florence and I, are so lucky that we can, you know, put stuff up on social media and can work through online and potentially get money. It's whether or not we will, we're not sure, but there have been quite a few lovely brands that have come to us and say, we still want to have you working with us, we still want to pay you and support you guys, which has been amazing. So thanks to everyone who is supporting other people, like what Florence said. Yeah,
there's actually like loads of restaurants and bars who are actually doing like deliveries still, because people can't come to the restaurant, so they're like doing delivery of like cocktails as well as their food. So like, people are really getting inventive around this time and like trying to bring you like everything that you had in the outside world to your home comforts, which is really cool.
That is so cool. It's literally like the future where we're all like fat slobs just watching VR and we just get everything posted to us.
Fucking hell.
That's the life.
That's the new life though. That's the Corona life.
The Corona life.
Corona life.
Florence, how have you personally been experiencing all the shit that's been going down?
So I have been staying inside mostly because what's happening in the UK right now is that we've not been ordered to quarantine. We haven't been ordered to quarantine, but a lot of people are taking it upon themselves to stay inside so they break the chain of like contagion. So that's kind of what I've sort of took on myself, because also I have asthma as well, so I have to be, I'm not one of the most vulnerable people, but I am a little bit more vulnerable to getting it quite severely, and like I don't know how my body will react if I get the disease, so I have to be basically more careful. So I've been staying inside. I, as much as possible, I went for a walk yesterday because my legs, actually what I've experienced mostly is that staying inside has made my legs kill so much because I'm not moving about. I'm missing my workouts at the gym and like
your body's like
walking around, literally.
Like restless leg syndrome. So frustrating.
Literally that. To be honest, I'm in a really good mood. Actually, at first I was really anxious. My anxiety was so high because I was like, how am I gonna earn money? Like, what's gonna happen there? Like, I was just really anxious, like just the same as everyone else is about this situation. Something kind of clicked in me and suddenly I'm not feeling that way anymore. Now I'm just like, this is our situation, let's live with it. And like, part of me is just like, this is crazy and it's really shit, and it's like obviously it's gonna upset the world, and like there's gonna be so much poverty and people are gonna die, and like it is scary and awful, but you've got to take the positives out of the situation. And like this is something that is gonna go down in the history of the world, and we are here living through it. Like we got to be at this like epicenter of this like crazy thing that's gonna happen in history. Like hopefully in 5 years time we're gonna look back and be like, do you remember that time we had to stay inside for like a whole year? How weird was that?
It's literally like, you know, like such a worldwide scare, like World War II. I don't think we've seen something as big as that on this scale. They're going to be teaching kids this in school, man. It's fucking mad.
They are.
And I think
how
they're going
have
to
you been dealing with it?
So yeah, I was the same. I was really anxious at first, but mainly because I thought I had it. Because I came back from Tenerife. I went on holiday for a few days. Came back literally 2 days before they closed their borders and shut everyone in, locked everyone, like locked down. I didn't realise. So I went through the weekend, I met up with a couple of mates, I saw my mum who has diabetes. So Tenerife was on the high risk areas, which I really didn't realise. We were in like a really remote part of Tenerife. We had no idea what was going on. And we got through the airport absolutely fine. But of course, when I got back, and I'm normally ill when I go through, like when I get on a flight, and I was like, oh my God, I've got symptoms, I've got it. I was convinced that I'd got it. And then I also was convinced that I had infected my friends and my mum with the diabetes. So I was like freaking out. I was getting really like aggy and angry at my partner because now he's got a cough and I'm convinced that he has it. But just, I think that's like part of the process you have to go through for this, because everyone thinks they've got it. The symptoms are so basic.
They're so basic.
Fucking runny nose, cough, sore throat, like all the stuff that we always deal with. You know, even if we wake up and we're a bit dry, we're like, oh, sore throat, I've got corona.
Literally,
it's
oh my God,
instant.
a tickle.
So it will eventually go, if you are feeling anxious or worried or high stress. You'll go through waves, fair enough, like we all will, but that's why we gotta stick through and do all the productive stuff to help us battle it. Yeah,
which is kind of what we wanted to talk to you guys about, was like how we're coping with it, really. Like things that are like really helping us with our little isolation.
Isolation celebration.
Yeah, so we have both been doing this yoga 30-day challenge we started. Like Reed can't actually leave her house for 2 weeks, like properly.
Yeah, I forgot about saying that. So yeah, from as soon as I found out that Tenerife was on the high risk list, I was like, okay, I'm self-isolating for 2 weeks minimum. That's if I don't have any symptoms. Still, you know, like what if it's 12 days in and I suddenly start getting a cough? I'm gonna still isolate just to make sure I don't have it, because it's 14 days is the maximum amount of times it can take once you've caught the virus to actually show symptoms, which is why they say stay in for 2 weeks. Yeah,
so but you're gonna like, I guess we're both gonna be at home most of the time, like everyone is, but like once you're out of your isolation period, you'll be able to go to the shop and stuff.
Yeah, if our whole country's not on lockdown,
Yeah, because we just don't know what's gonna happen either.
No idea.
And we literally have zero idea. So yeah, there have been some things that have really been helping me so far, and that's making sure that I have like some part of like exercise routine, so that I'm stretching out my muscles and everything, because I think that's so important. I would actually go, like, I don't know what my body would do if I didn't do any exercise at all. I would just get very, very fat.
Yeah, sure.
But so yeah, started a 30-day yoga challenge, so just getting the mat out every evening and like having that really like calm space as well. And I think that's why yoga is so good, because it's great for anxiety as well, and it really just like centers you, and like it is just really, really good for this thing.
It gets you out of your head where all your thoughts are like racing around and overthinking, and it really makes you focus on your body, and yeah, like you said, centers you, but helps you shut out everything that's going on, and you really just think about you and your body and think about positive thoughts, especially when it's guided. Like we've been using yoga with Adrienne, who's on YouTube. Please find her, because she's like our favourite
she's so
yoga.
good.
She's hilarious as well. She like jokes about being high. She does it with her dog Benji, and at the moment she has this like 30-day yoga thing called Home. I don't think she timed it especially for it, but it's so relevant, because you do one video per day, and it's all about like, you know, like focusing on something that you're not feeling so good about right now, and like how to feel comfortable in your home, which is like so good. You're right. Hello?
I've lost
Florence?
connection with Reed.
I was like, you okay? Because you were frozen like for ages. I was like, Florence, are you okay? What's happened? You just like.
But
So yeah, yoga. If you're not into yoga, like Adrian's language taste is really palatable as well. Like you don't have to be into energy and namaste and all that stuff. She's very like easy to get along with her language. She's not super spiritual, or you can really connect with the spirituality of what she's saying if you're into that. I think good shit.
Yeah, I think also if you're not into yoga, just get on some other exercise hype. Like there's so many exercise videos on YouTube. Give yourself like little tasks to do, like do some painting. I made like a sign from my window that said stay safe, to send out some good energy into where I live.
That's so cute.
Another thing that's really been helping me is journaling, and this can be in literally any form you want it to be. I just do video journals, so I literally set my webcam up and I record myself like chatting to myself for like half an hour.
That's good.
Yeah, and it's just, I think it's just good because it gets you really it gets you really thinking. It's almost like having a little therapy session by yourself. It's kind of what the breakup diaries were like for me, like during that whole time. So like do your own, like do an isolation diaries.
Yeah, and if you don't feel comfortable videoing, like definitely write stuff down. Sometimes when my head's an absolute mess, writing it down on paper doesn't fix the problem, but at least it makes everything a little bit more ordered and understandable. Because like that's the worst thing about when you've got so many thoughts, you get so overwhelmed, and sometimes you can even feel sick with them. So yeah, get them down on paper, and not just the bad thoughts but also the good as well. You can really do it how you like paint a picture if that's your thing, do art, a bit like Inktober but like quarantine-ober. Yeah, it sounds really simple because we all love to slob around in bed and like have a bed day, but I find it really helpful to actually get up out of bed, make your bed, put on day clothes, or even just go for a shower and make a cup of tea, because like that starts your morning routine, that gets you up and going, because it's so easy to laze around in bed like till the afternoon or till the evening, and then you'll literally get four wall syndromes, you'll get locked in. So even if you've got shared house, go to the kitchen, make sure you go to the bathroom. I mean, you probably will because you need to piss. Like if you've got a living room, sit down in the living room, and also socialise with people if you can. Go and knock on people's doors. I'm assuming, like, you know, if you're in a family home or again shared home, knock on family doors and see how they are. Check in on people. That's like what's been really helping as well, just like being in contact with so many people. So like my WhatsApp's blowing up all day every day, voice noting my granny, doing like
FaceTime, video call with my mum, with my dad, like just call everyone and video call them as well, because I think it's really important to see that human interaction.
Yeah, video calling is probably the absolute best. Like, I called a couple of my girls last night who weren't doing so well, and just having that chat, talking these problems through, and then having a laugh about it, it just makes you feel so much more whole again, and you're not necessarily worrying about other people or worrying for their health. Just check in on people if you can. Video call, I think that's a great idea. So I've got here like cracking jokes about the situation. Like, I'm sure you've been sent loads of online jokes and memes which have actually like been really fucking funny.
Yeah, they're so funny. I downloaded TikTok and I've just been literally laughing my arse off. Everything on the internet at the moment is making me laugh,
which is good.
It's just, I think it's hilarious. Like, the things that people are doing and creating are actually hilarious.
There's positivity in the madness, I swear. The amount of fucking films and series I've been desperate to watch, and it's like, yes, now's the time to do it. I really wanted to binge all of like not Lord of the Rings, why do I always call it that? Game of Thrones. Like, I wanted to watch the whole thing again. Taking supplements and vitamins and gargling with salt water.
Oh.
So
yeah, and also I learned drinking hot water is really good for this time as well.
Yeah, interesting.
Because basically the virus, it catches to the back of your throat, and then when it goes down to your lungs, that's when it's bad and it like develops into you getting the flu. But if you keep drinking hot water, it burns. Like, basically the virus hates heat.
Yeah, so anything hot, like have hot baths, hot showers.
Yeah.
Like, burn that fucker out.
Yeah. Masturbation is a great thing to do to make yourself feel good.
Oh my god, we know how good solo pleasure is. You know, getting yourself hot and bothered. I mean, again, you're getting yourself hot, so flushing that virus out. And just thinking about something sexy that isn't the fucking virus. Again, that also takes you out of the situation. It's so good for you. It releases endorphins. It's so good for your general happiness. And we're not talking like a quick wank. Yes, we can all have a quick wank and a quick cum. Like, really take time over it and actually make it into a thing, you know, like be like sitting there like, tonight I'm gonna masturbate and I'm gonna put on porn, or I'm gonna read a dirty long fan fiction, I'm gonna really tease and take my time over it and feel sensual.
Yes. And also, if you have someone to do it with, FaceTime sex or phone sex.
Yes.
This is the time to start getting creative.
Yeah, or if you're not comfortable with that, then like, I love a good sext, like a WhatsApp sext where you're sending photos and you're saying hot shit to each other. Oh my god. So
good. And like, dating does not stop with quarantine, because you can do it online. Anyway, we're gonna like do more videos on this subject anyway, so we're not gonna
100%.
give you too many tips here, because there's a video coming soon with isolation, self-love, masturbation tips, sex, dating, whatever.
The fun.
Follow our Instagram actually, because we're doing an IGTV series about all of this.
Yeah, like you can follow our personal processes of like how we're dealing with it. So yeah, go check that out on our Come Curious Instagram. Yeah,
so that was a long one. Us rambling all about quarantine and what the fuck is happening to the world right now. But we're here for you guys. We are gonna continue making content, and just drop us a message as well, like if there's anything that you want us to be making, because obviously we're gonna be at home a lot more and we're gonna have a lot more free time to do stuff for you.
Yeah, especially if it's content that you want to know more about, then yeah, please let us know.
Comment below.
We're going to try and figure out the podcast situation, but don't worry, it won't stop. Our weekly videos and weekly podcasts will not stop. We are here for you.
Stay safe and try not to pass on corona.
Oh yeah, please self-isolate. Don't be a fucking cunt and like meet a bunch of people and go to a party and be an idiot and then go and visit your parents or your grandparents. Like, don't be an idiot, please.
No,
take it seriously.
Everyone really needs to take this seriously.
Yeah.
But anyway, make sure, guys, that you subscribe to this channel, because we're still making content every single week.
Yeah.
And hit that notification bell, give us a huge thumbs up, like it, and comment down below.
Of course, please listen to our podcast Fox Given every Thursday, baby, and follow our Instagram, Come Curious, or you can follow our personal ones. We will see you.
We will get through it together.
Corona hug, wait, like this, like, oh, oh, Florence, it's so nice.
Okay, bye.
Bye.